check out Michael Proctor's salary, and this one pretty much shows every year. So in 2024, he made total 79,000. His base pay was only 59,000. Why so low? I wonder. But then I guess he got 17,000 in overtime. You would think working at the department he works at for the state police and for the investigator's office that he would make a lot more money than that. Was 2025 not on here? Okay, let's check out Michael Proctor's salary, and this one pretty much shows every year. So in 2024, he made total 79,000. His base pay was only 59,000. Why so low? I wonder. But then I guess he got 17,000 in overtime. You would think working at the department he works at for the state police and for the investigator's office that he would make a lot more money than that. Was 2025 not on here, except for his leave pay, because I guess he was fired and then he was suspended, so I don't know how they're going to calculate that. Look how his base pay went from 2016, 74,000, which is pretty typical of how his went up. But why was his not as high as everybody else? There's got to be a reason. I just don't know. But look at his overtime. 2020, actually 2019, he started raking in some good overtime. Before the scandal and during the scandal, he was starting to do a little bit of overtime, and then the year after, he went up to almost 9,000, and then 15.6 in 2019. Then 2020, notice how it just keeps rising until the spotlight, and then it pretty much stops. Interesting. So he made some good money in a few of these years, but it doesn't really show the total. But 102 plus 42, that's 144, plus 3,000, that's what, 148, 147, 148, 95 plus 42, it's 137, plus another 3,500, 137, so almost 140. This is interesting. I guess other pay. What was he getting other pay? He got $35,000 in 2018. So I wonder if all these officers got other pay like that. I wonder if he was selling his vacation, or it wouldn't add up to that much. That's pretty interesting. Court appearances or something, training, who knows? But that's a lot of money. Let's see who I can find next. Okay, since we're on the Michael Proctor talk, a few days ago, it was reported, unverified, that Michael Proctor checked into Plea Hospital in Beaumont for mental health treatment. So if he checked in Belmont Mental Hospital for treatment, what do you think Michael Proctor's up to? Let's see. Everybody knows that Michael Proctor lost his job over all of this stuff going on. And he just officially lost his job this year. In fact, October 22nd is when they discovered more text on his phone, and he got let go sometime around October, the end of October. Let's just say the end of October. So what is Michael Proctor up to? Governor Healey signs legislation to support first responders injured in the line of duty. Technically, while he was working this case, he was in the line of duty. So when you lose your job and you have no other way of getting an income like this, when you're making $150,000 plus a year, what can you do? Well, when your governor can sign an act on 8/1/24 right after the trial, actually, that makes it easier for any of these people to get on disability, which disability is common for police officers anyway. So, can Michael Proctor be trying to set himself up for success after the smoke clears? He has no job no more, so he would get the max in disability benefits, which is a far cry from what he was making, but it's not bad. What is the maximum on? The maximum Social Security disability insurance benefit for 2025 is $4,000 per month. $4,000 per month. Pretty much tax free. What he was making, I'm sure he would probably get the maximum. If he didn't, he could get supplemental security income too, which would definitely put it over that. Plus there's state supplements. Yeah, I wonder what Michael Proctor could be up to these days. It would be my guess that this is probably what I would do, since your governor pretty much gave you a canoe and an oar. What do you all think? If I was him, I mean, what else is he going to do? If he got this, he could go anywhere and he can just stay hidden. He doesn't have to do anything else, as long as something doesn't wind up putting him in jail. But I think he would squeal long before he went to jail. But if I had to guess, right after you get fired, I know it's a rocky time and things are going bad, but it's really not that bad for him, with the governor signing that into law. Governor Healey. That sure would help for immediate release. And you all can read it if you want. I don't want to take up that much time on this hard drive. I don't know how much space I really do have on this hard drive. I have 3 in this computer, but I don't know which one it's on. But there it is, folks. With the money he was making and his job, I'm sure he's going to get close to that $4,000 per month, which is a good amount of money to do nothing. Actually, he wouldn't have to do anything for the rest of his life. And making that much money, why would you? And there will be cost of living adjustments over the years. Most people make way less than that. I bet the average that a normal person makes is probably under $1,000 a month, if I had to guess. Unless you had a high-paying job and paid in a lot, I don't know. But I would say for sure he's going to make that. And then I'm sure he'll be able to bring in some more income as well. I'm sure they're tight. I don't know what it is, but look at the jump from 2024. It was 3822 in 2024 to 4018. But you got to think his other money with overtime, they were taking out a lot of taxes, probably close to 35% or more. So it's going to be a hit, but I mean, he could survive on that, especially if he was good with his money prior, but who knows? But I mean, he won't have to pay taxes on that. He'll be able to make something else. I'm sure he'll be able to get some kind of job on the side that'll pay money. So if I had to guess, this is what he's going to do. And it doesn't really mean that he had to be physically injured. You could have PTSD. You could, I don't know, have any kind of mental breakdown. So I would say this is what he's getting ready to do, if you ask me. And I've not heard anybody mention it because everybody else is talking about him being in the hospital and the text messages, which is going to be interesting. It'll be interesting if we ever get to see any of them too, which I kind of doubt that we do. But anyway, I appreciate everybody. And if you really want to help me out, you can donate. My links will be in the description. I could really use the help right now. So if anybody out there wants to donate and you have the means, please do so. I could really use it right now. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate everybody. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, please.